Hey everyone, my name is Amanda and I'm the Fun Size Reader, and today I wanted to talk to you about the 5th installment of the Zodiac Academy books, which is Cursed Fates. I never actually know the title, I just kind of look at it after. Zodiac 5, Cursed Fates, which makes complete sense for this book. I am not even gonna pretend like this video is not gonna be full of spoilers. So the spoilers are gonna start from the very beginning because that's the only way that we can talk about this. It'll have spoilers from book 4, obviously, if I talk about how the plot starts, and spoilers throughout because this book just needs to be talked about. We start off straight out of book 4 where I died because I needed to know if Orion was actually dead, and we go from there. He's not, thank God. Seth, shocking Seth, it redeemed Seth in my mind for like just a little bit, just a tiny bit, that he saved Orion when Darcy was absolutely devastated that he was dead. Yay for Seth, and Darius finally came back and helped, and I just was so joyous that Orion lived because I was not going to be okay if he died. But the emotions didn't stop there. So this book was the most emotional in a Zodiac series that I have ever been. I was distraught. So when I say cursed fates, like everybody's cursed, no one can be happy, everything is wrong. While I am happy that Lance Orion is alive, I want to kill him because what did he do? What did he do? Like, oh, I was so mad. I was so mad. Like, I understand his thought process behind giving himself up in court and saying that it was all his fault, but like, because what I was hoping was gonna happen was that he was going to fight for it, right? And then he'd be on like house arrest or whatever, and then they'd have the opportunity to have the stars call out for them and find out that they were mates, and then the whole thing would have to be reversed because once they found out that they were mates, like, it would be okay, right? Everything would be okay. But no. He had to go and give himself up and said that he was controlling Darcy and that he dark coerced her into being in this relationship. And she can't even be dark coerced because she's a freaking phoenix. I'm a little emotional about this. Just a little bit. So I was very, very mad at Orion. Also very mad at Kylie, and really, really happy that Seth stood up with Darcy and was like, we're punishing her, everybody ignore her. Like, I do think that like forced isolation is a very harsh punishment, but she deserved it. Just saying. I feel like this is the first Zodiac book that I gave 5 stars in my head, because even though I was like emotionally just devastated, I was wrecked reading it, like throughout the whole thing and at the end. Because I was so wrecked, I was like, damn ladies, you guys deserve 5 stars. Like 100% 5 stars. I have not felt this much emotion in a lot of series in a long time. Like, there are very few that I can say give me this much emotion. Maybe I'll do a separate video on like books that make me feel like that give me these kinds of emotions. The ending in this book ripped my heart out and like stomped it. I have questions, but I also am just angry. Like, I am so pissed at Lionel, like so pissed. I don't even know how they can come back from what he just did. I do think that there's going to be a connection with whoever Lance meets in prison, that he was talking to one of like the gang people leaders that said that he could take care of the bond with him and Darius. So I have a feeling that Lance is going to get that bond broken, and then Darius is gonna know that there's a way to break it. And so he'll be able to break Tori's bond to Lionel. If she sleeps with Lionel because of this bond, I will be beside myself angry. Like, Darius deserves some sort of happiness, and I feel like that would break him. Like that would absolutely break him. The last section, like that last chunk, was just so much happening. So much happening. Like Diego is a nymph. So part of me is wondering, is this an order form? Like, are all of the nymphs actually fae that Lionel's been controlling? Is it an order form that they didn't know existed? Because how was Diego a fae but also a nymph at the end, and he like saved Darcy? I just, questions I need answered. Questions I need answered. It's hard for me to even like put words into a video for this book because so much happened. And it was the same where like I love the structure of their books where the beginning is like heavy in plot and like so many things happen, and then the middle is like all the fluff where we get to know the characters more and we like develop different feelings for each one of them, and like little things change and happen and we get tidbits, and then the end is like bam, like more stuff happening. I love that structure of these books, and this one was super long, so there was so much stuff that happened and so many things, but like I just wanted to hit on the big things that just infuriated me or blew my mind or whatever. As I've said in previous books, the spice rating for these escalates as it goes, and I think some of my previous ratings were wrong. So I think I rated some of the previous books as a 4. I think they should have been a 3 because this one is definitely a 4. This one's a 4 for sure. That cave scene, like, damn. Like, that's all I'm gonna say. If you know, you know. If you don't know, I don't want to spoil it for you, but damn. Some of the scenes with Orion were also pretty spicy. So this one was definitely a 4. I wouldn't call it a 5 because it wasn't like an erotica book where that's just the whole plot is sex, but this was high up there. Very high up there, and wow. I also really loved that by the end, I'm finally getting what I've been asking for, where all of the characters are coming together, realizing that they're friends, realizing that they like each other, realizing that they need to fight together. And that last battle scene in the end where they're all fighting together. I mean, obviously Clara was using Darcy in the shadows, but that they're all fighting together for a purpose. They're all going to save Tori. Like, it made me so happy to finally see them all coming together as friends, because I think that that's what needs to happen in order to beat Lionel, and that's what the Fae world needs to change to. It's not the heirs versus the royals. Like, they need to come together as a whole, and I think that's starting to happen, and I was so happy about it. I was going to be really, really upset if Seth died in the end, and I'm not a Seth fan, but like, he proved himself to be worthy a little bit in this book. Like, just a little bit. I'm scared to read the next one. I'm scared. I know I only have 2 left, and I know that I need to read them, and that the last one I have to wait until December, but this was literally the only thing that I could read after House of Earth and Blood, because, I'm sorry, House of Sky and Breath, because I knew that I was going to be in such a big book hangover that I needed something else that was that emotional to bring me out of it, and so this was it. And then this one killed me again, so I needed a palate cleanser after this, because it was hard. It was so hard. I don't regret any second that I spend reading these books. I love them that much. I will definitely be rereading this series, and I want to check out all of their other series as well. If you are not yet addicted to Zodiac Academy as I am, I will put the links for the books down in the description below. Don't forget, they're also on Kindle Unlimited, which is another easy way to read them. I read them on my Kindle, even though I like to have the hard copies because they're so large. The words are so small, but definitely check them out. Don't forget, you can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at The Fun Size Reader. See you guys next time.